From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, September 6th, 2018. Silver's trading at $14.23 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,205 per ounce. Zen is trading at $16, and the average price of Bitcoin is $6,408. Antiwar.com reports UN officials are once again expressing hope that fighting, which has raged in the Libyan capital of Tripoli over the past 2 weeks, is over with the announcement of a new ceasefire between the UN-backed Unity government and a militia. The two sides have been fighting through several ceasefires in that time and has centered on southern Tripoli. At least 61 have been killed in the fighting, including a large number of civilians, with another 159 wounded. Militia leader Salah Badi is calling on fighters to take up arms against the Unity government to free Tripoli from corruption. His faction is mostly loyal to a previous Tripoli parliament and has been staging heavy fighting. UN officials continue to express concern about the fate of a group of hundreds of migrants whom the Unity government were holding in detention in that part of the city. When fighting broke out, the guards fled, locking the migrants up without food or water. There have been reports that they managed to escape, with some spinning this as a prison break. Zencash has changed their name to Horizon to better represent their transition from a cryptocurrency to a pioneering platform that protects consumer data. They're working towards the day when anyone will be able to build privacy-based applications on the Horizon platform and generate income from them. This will allow Horizon to bring thousands of real-life services to the community, services that provide freedom, utility, and privacy. Learn more at horizon.global and join the Horizon community, HORIZEN.global. Reuters reports 11 people on an Emirates Airlines flight were taken to a New York City hospital suffering flu-like symptoms on Wednesday after scores of passengers and crew complained of feeling sick during a 14-hour trip from the Middle East. Dr. Osiris Barbeau, New York City's acting health commissioner, said lab tests on respiratory samples from the patients have yet to confirm the illness, but their histories and symptoms, fever, cough, and vomiting, indicate influenza. Some passengers in recent days had attended the annual Hajj pilgrimage to the Muslim holy city of Mecca on the Arabian Peninsula, a region where the flu virus was circulating, and could have contracted the illness there. Barbeau said it was also possible the virus was transmitted between passengers during the lengthy flight. Barbeau said all who were hospitalized were in stable condition and none were in need of extreme medical attention. The flu's incubation period, the interval between exposure to the virus and the emergence of symptoms, is typically 1 to 7 days, and people who are infected can be contagious before showing signs of illness. Flu is transmitted through respiratory secretion spread by coughing or sneezing. These are then inhaled by others or picked up from surfaces on a person's hands and rubbed into the eyes, nose, or mouth. The Emirates airliner, with at least 521 passengers, landed at John F. Kennedy International Airport at mid-morning and was surrounded by dozens of emergency vehicles as anxious passengers waited to be evaluated by health officials. The airline and the mayor's office said 19 people were confirmed ill. Dubai-based Emirates said 3 passengers and 7 crew members went to Jamaica Hospital Medical Center in Queens, and 9 other passengers were medically evaluated at the scene and released afterwards. CDC spokesman Benjamin Haynes later said 11 people were taken to the hospital and that the 9 others confirmed as sick declined further medical care. The remainder of the passengers were allowed to leave and clear customs, according to the airline. All were advised to call a doctor if they developed symptoms later. Barbeau said 106 people initially reported feeling sick during the flight, but the vast majority were found to be free of any illness when screened. Haynes said it was also possible that the tally of confirmed cases was limited to those whose symptoms were most obvious. Still, Dr. Dimitri Daskalakis, New York's Deputy Commissioner for Disease Control, said it was rare for so many people aboard a single commercial flight to fall ill at once. The plane, a double-deck Airbus 380 that ranks as the world's largest passenger aircraft, was taken to a location away from the terminal so emergency officials could evaluate the situation. In 1999, Daryl W. Perry began a search for traditional values, which led him down a path to the ideas of liberty. He tells the story in A Rebel's Journey, My Path to Liberty. Of the book, Dr. Brian Sovereign says, "Sometimes it's funny, and sometimes I think it's crazy, but it's always authentic." Find A Rebel's Journey, My Path to Liberty by Daryl W. Perry on Facebook, read reviews on Amazon, ask for A Rebel's Journey wherever books are sold, or visit arebelsjourney.com. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.